Good afternoon, beacons of light. Let's see you guys all come and join today. All right, let's see who's going to be popping up here real quick for the big announcement. Big. All right, looks like Joanna's here. Thank you, Joanna. Hello. Let's see if more people kind of pop up in here. We're going to hit this, and we're going to hit it hard. So in the title that I have there is that, do you know of anyone who might be in an abusive situation? Are you their friend? Are you their family? Maybe you're your coworker with them. Do you feel like this family member, do you feel as a friend, like you don't know what to do? You know you want to help them, but you don't know how. You don't have the skills. You're just like, what do I do? This today, big announcement to help over 120 million people is here. And we go live today. Thank you so much, Joanna, Shireen, Marvin, everyone. Thank you for coming and joining. Let's hit this thing. Ready? Okay, here's the truth. 1 in 4 women are in abusive relationships. That is a lot. There's also children that are involved with that, and on the flip side, men as well. But we have statistics for 1 in 4 women are in abusive situations. That is just too much. So most people, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to help. They have this heart. They can see the struggles. You know, maybe your friend is coming into work and they're always wearing their glasses, right? They're always wearing their glasses, or maybe they're wearing a hoodie in July. Now, I see some people do that here in Austin, Texas, wearing a hoodie all covered up. And I'm thinking, what's happening? I mean, it is hot here. That's what's happening there. That makes me start to question and wonder, I wonder if they need help. Do we know what to say? Do we know how to do, like, what if we just see them, they're a coworker, and we want to build a relationship and we don't have a relationship right now? What do we do? What do we do? How do we minister to them? Thank you for those hearts and loves, everyone. What do we do? So I want to, share. I want to empathize. I don't know how. What if I say the wrong thing? I know I'm going to say the wrong thing, right? We've got all of these challenges happening when it comes to abuse. We want to do something. We want to help. And like logic, we think, just leave. That's it. You can just leave and you're done. No way. Hello, Caitlin. Hello, everyone. Thank you again so much for joining. This training is not for our victims today. This training is not for professional advocates. They could still glean some things from it. You bet. But today, this is for friends. This is for family. This is for coworkers of someone who you might know who's in an abusive situation. If the numbers are 1 in 4, the percentage and likely that you know of someone is high, very high. Some people think, oh, that's just in this particular area, or, I'm not really sure. This is something that happens in the silent, behind closed doors, and today we want to break through and shed some light on what's happening behind the closed doors, right? We are that family. We are that friend. Last summer, in starting with my speaking tour for my book, Pinpoints of Light, the biggest question that I had was, I know someone and I want to help them, but I don't know what to do. And they'll say, well, we looked online and almost everything is for the victim, how the victim should get out. And some of that can apply to friends and family members, but this really is for you. This is special just for you today, right here. All right. When we see somebody that's in an abusive situation, just like this picture shows here, we have some big challenges that are happening. We want to help. but things are actually going to get worse. They can get worse before they're going to get better. We see things, it's just part of our nature. We're watching, we're connected. We are human beings and we want to help other people. I mean, sure, there's probably a small percentage that doesn't care, but really for the most part, your heart is watching, looking to see what you can do, right? Thank you so much, Alicia and Erica and Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, this training is for family and for friends, for anyone who might know of someone who's in the domestic violence situation, child abuse, anything like that, and you want to help. Today, we're going to show you some great ways to be able to go through that and help. And this program is going to support so many so that it doesn't keep getting worse. We want to emphasize that this is going to get better. We can help and support. You guys ready? I love it. I love all of the likes and thank you. Here is this real problem that they are facing, the real challenge that's happening. Again, it is behind closed doors. No one wants to discuss this. I know even at church, I have tried to bring it up, and it is hard because it puts a judgment on a family, right? Oh, them? No, that could never happen. It's happening. And sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's a combination, sometimes it's financial. It doesn't matter what the abuse is happening. We as friends and families, and I dare say that the Lord Jesus Christ has asked us to minister to help other people in all ways. Well, I'm not a professional advocate. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. So you're just going to ignore what's happening? No, we can't do that anymore. We have to keep breaking open the doors on this silent thing. That doesn't mean that we as family and as friends are going busting in the door literally and taking somebody out. That's not our place. But what our place is to connect with the victim. And this whole program is going to show you how to do that. Because like it says up here, the silence, that is so dangerous. If we tell them things like, just leave, and they don't have a plan, you have just done the wrong thing. Please don't say that. Please. So if you have that family member, that friend, maybe it's a niece, maybe it's an aunt, maybe it's someone there who's in that abuse and you want to help them, this program is here for you. Okay, this idea that we lack the tools, it's true. Growing up, I didn't know of anyone that was really in an abusive situation until I understood what was happening at my neighbor's home. In my neighbor's home, there wasn't physical abuse, but there was a lot of neglect, a lot of things happening where the kids were not well cared for. So did we just continue to ignore as well? No. We stepped in, we helped where we could, and we just made sure that they knew that they had a contact, that they had a connection. And if that's the only tool that we have, that is a huge start. Again, friends, family, you know of somebody who's in an abusive situation, please, 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 this Supporters Toolkit is for you. There are proven programs to help you learn all of the skills, all of the tools that you can help a loved one, a family member, a friend, a coworker. And if you had that in your hand today, what would you do with it? Would you be excited to get it in there, to learn from it, to practice those skills, and then to apply it? Yes, I dare say yes, you would. Because people's lives are at stake. We want to help and support, but again, we can't just say, leave. That does nothing. It does nothing. That is the wrong advice. We want to give you proven skills. And right here, the Supporters Toolkit, where am I? There we are. The Supporters Toolkit. You are going to learn 2 top skills. One is boundaries, and the other is empathy. Some of you might say, oh, I understand the whole thing about boundaries. Well, this is very different. Oh, I think I'm pretty good with empathy. Again, this is even deeper. The second one up there, become someone's Gloria. What do I mean by that? I'm going to share a story in the next few slides about my Gloria. Okay? You want to know what to say to the victim and what not to say. Whew, very, very important. Believe me, these situations can be really touch and go. We want to take the research skills, this is over 30 years of research combined together in one place, just for friends and family, right here today. We want to help you to understand what the victim faces every day. Every day of their life, they face something that is such a challenge, so hard. Even though we might not understand it because the situation hasn't happened to us, we can get an insight to understand them. And this program helps you to understand that. Also to learn the different signs of abuse. Again, there's many. Sometimes they're all combined together. The point here, and thank you again so much, everyone who's joining us. This is blowing up. I am so, so grateful. Joanna, Erica, Alicia, Dawn, Caitlin, thank you. This is to save lives. The ministry that the Lord Jesus Christ, He has asked us to go out and to help our brothers and sisters, right? That means everyone. Not just when we're having the good times or whatever. There are some serious things happening. And when it happens and it's right in front of us, if we choose to ignore that, shame on us. It doesn't mean that you get involved in dangerous situations, but it does mean that you can do something. You can. Let's get this going here, guys. This is one of my favorite stories. This is Be Someone's Gloria. All right, Gloria for me was a huge game changer. Oh, yes, yes, love it up there. The point of who Gloria is for me is that when we left, we really needed somebody there. Now, I had friends, I had family members, and they had always been there, which we will talk more about. Describes a lot in this particular book right here. But right now, today, I want to focus in on Gloria. Her name is really important. You have to understand that when you're in a situation like that and someone arrives just like they're an angel sent from the Savior, you know that they're there for a reason and a purpose. Gloria was that for me. Now, she only asked me one question. I'm not going to share what that question was here, but it is in the training and it is in the program. Very important. One thing that I will share with you tonight is this. That is hope. The hope Gloria gave me and my 5 children. It was life-saving. Did she know me before? No. Did she step in when it was needed? Yes. Did she have some skills? Yes. Was she formally trained? I don't know. Was she an advocate before? I don't know. Did she learn these things at work, maybe as in training? Again, I don't know. But what I do know is that she knew the skills to help and support us in our most desperate time of need. This big announcement to become someone's Gloria, the Supporters Toolkit, it's here for all friends, family, co-workers. Super important because we all know someone. Okay, so if you don't know me by now, my name is April Tribe Juke. My name sign, which was given to me by my friend Kristen. Oh, excuse me, wrong name sign. She's changed it. To Kristen, for me, is A, and it goes around like a shining light. 4, a beacon of light. My name is really important. I was quiet and silenced for 12 years. I was in a marriage for 9 years. And in those 9 years, 7 were abusive. Sometimes physical, but mostly mental neglect. All right, I can handle this. I can do this. I spent 12 years of my life after leaving that situation to become a supporter for other people. And that is why my name is here. That is why I finally wrote the book. That is why I'm no longer afraid to share the story. So, supporters, how many of you are supporters out there? I want to see it. Type in the word supporter if you feel that you are a supporter. Let me see those things pop up there. What is in this for you? What can you do with this type of a program? If you yourself don't know someone, but maybe your friend has asked you questions because maybe you were the victim and now you are out, how are you advocating and supporting others? So as a supporter, what's in it for you? This program will teach you how to position yourself as someone's Gloria. Thank you, Joanna. Amen. You are a supporter. I appreciate that. We need to understand what to say to the victim and what not to say to the victim. In the Supporters Toolkit, we will teach you the 2 top skills of empathy and boundary. Different than what you already currently know. This is going to go deep. This is so important because the boundary line, the empathy, is a key factor for the victim to help build and understand a relationship so that when the timing is right, and they will know what to do, and the Supporters Toolkit tells you how you can best support them. These steps and processes are, I want to say that once you start reading through them and watching the video, you will understand what the difference is. There's a difference, and how we approach this is so important. People's lives are depending on us as these supporters, as that family, as that friend, as a coworker, to help them. Sometimes I even watched 4 different YouTube videos today that sometimes people say, well, we don't want to get involved, and that what if I put myself in danger? And I understand those. It is a big situation, especially when you're coming to the physical aggressiveness. And what if I say something wrong and then the retaliation is back on the person, on the victim? I understand. And so this program helps to guide you through and understand what the boundary is, what you can say, what you should not say, and how you really should support the victim in the situation. So I wanted to share with you 2 stories. One is, I'm going to call her name Miss E. Miss E in the springtime had an opportunity to listen to me share the Supporters Toolkit with a large group. And in this group, where I was standing and as I was speaking, I wasn't able to kind of walk around like I usually enjoy doing, walking around more like a workshop where I can help, listen in. I was more like up on a stage. And so trying to reach my audience and connect with them, I looked and looked and looked at people's eyes. I tried to make that connection and build that relationship with them because this topic is such a challenge. I think a few of them were a little bit surprised that I was even discussing this topic at a church. And I came in, it was impactful because we have to know what's happening. We can't just skirt it under, because silence is the opportunity for the abuse to continue. If we are here to stop and to break up that silence and to share the stories, then we become free. we can help the victim to become free too. So Miss E, as she was listening, she made a comment to me afterwards through a contact through social media, in which she thanked me. And I don't want to go deep into the story, but it is right here, and her privacy has been taken out because some of the situations can be very dangerous. But she said, what you had to say up there, telling us about the situations, I think now I feel like I can help and support and save the person who I know is in abuse. That, excuse me, that is powerful. I think Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ allow us to understand what's happening with our brothers and sisters. We are all brothers and sisters, and we need that support and help. Everyone, from the abuser, the victim, friends and family, because in the end, we're all this family. This today is to help support the victim in whatever way that he or she needs. And again, we don't tell them to leave, because that is the worst thing you could do. Next, beside me here, Miss Stephanie Roberts. I want a big shout out to her. She has a podcast that I had the wonderful opportunity to be on in November of last year, when my Pinpoints of Light book was just hitting the market. She was a huge advocate and support, and her very business supports women to understand how they themselves can change their lives. So the platform just connected, the brand connected perfectly. And just lately, she was commenting on sharing and understanding how we can get more of this out to really support the friends and families to understand the skills, to then in turn support the victim, whether they're a man or a woman or children, so that we can stop this. Do you know that impact, like I showed you before? 1 in 4 this is happening to? Come on. Just to share, more women are killed every year in domestic violence than all the cancers combined together. Do you know that? This is a big problem. And if we as supporters, that friend and family and coworker can be that support, we can help stop these killings. We can help lives to keep going forward. And eventually, with other programs that I have designed up and ready for 2020 and 2021, that is going to make it even bigger. But for right now, we are going to focus in on how friends and family and coworkers can be there as that supporter for the victim. Again, thank you guys so much. I am so happy that you guys are joined us. Leah, Corey, thank you. Shout outs, Melissa, thank you. Becky, thank you. We know someone, again, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, financial, a combination of whatever. The narcissist, those manipulators, anything that's happening, no one should ever have to experience the depth of that. So friends, family, coworkers, who's with me? Who wants to type it in that they are a supporter? If you know someone, how can you support? Type it in there. You are a supporter. I know that you know someone. And the difference that a program like this can make is huge. It's life-saving. All right. Let's get down to this. What do you get in the Supporters Toolkit? Hey, Melissa, if you could drop maybe the contact information for how people can join this a little bit later, I would be so, so grateful. So what do you get in the Supporters Toolkit? We have 3 things up here on the screen. And first of all, it is a manual that you'll be able to learn from, understand, and I've put it in simple terms very directly so that you can know what to do. And you've got it referenced there with the years of research to support it. Like the National Coalition for Domestic Violence, huge amount of research that they've done. Other types of coalitions, I would call that like that, coalitions of domestic violence group supports, gathered all of this, even from just the latest research that's happening. Next is what I call a take away. It's basically like a journal. This, as you go through, you can put down your plan of how you are going to support someone. You'll be able to write it out there. You can take the copies, you can take the picture, you can put it somewhere where you have it there and you're looking at it and you know the skills. The only reason why this can work is if you practice those skills, understand how to do it. It's not like we read it and osmosis happens and we've got it. This is really important. Finally, the video. These videos will emphasize what I'm trying to say within the reading. It is to understand what empathy and what the boundary is, because those 2 top skills are critical for how you will have success in this program. Again, this is life-saving. There is nothing to joke about with this. And I hope you feel that as a beacon of light, even if you might just be a pinpoint for someone, that can lead to another and to add on to it. And if anyone who follows me understands, my whole thing is about light, because we are all born with the light of Christ within us. And that is the piece that helps us to decide right from wrong. That is the piece that connects us together. That is the light that shines in our eyes. That is what makes us human. And that light is beautiful. We don't want anyone's light to dim or go out. We don't want that. We don't want that. Yes, let's hear some of that love. Becky, I am here for you. But you're going to make me cry. We're going to work on these tears, but they are tears of love, because I know so many of you have those family members, have those friends and coworkers, and we are going to break the silence and be there as that support, because the more of them who are able to leave on their own because they have a plan and because they know what to do, and as we support them, they will have success, and the statistics for the killings will drop. We need to care for each other. We are those ministers. We have to be there for our brothers and sisters, everyone. Come on, let's see this here. Yes, Mark, I agree. If you agree with this, please, again, type in supporter, and let's keep going, rolling with this. Okay, so there is a price that comes with this. I sell this regularly for $87, but for the next 2 days, we are cutting this down by $40. It's going to be $47. For less than $50, you will have an opportunity to save someone's life. Again, this is not, they're coming in with the rescue mission. It's not that. When you read in depth of what the boundary, what empathy, what these tools can do for you, which will help the victim, and you practice these, you become a saving opportunity for someone. And you will understand as you read through these skills what I mean. And so for the next 2 days, we have cut this by $40 because I feel it's so important for so many people to have. Thank you, Nicole, for joining. This opportunity to help so many people is here. And for the next 2 days, again, we've cut the price by $40, and it's for only $47, so less than $50. You will have training and skills to know how to help somebody and save them. This is crucial. I want to give you guys a bonus. Some of you have been so supportive and have purchased this book in many different ways, whether it was through the paperback, the hardback, or even the audiobook. I want to announce that we are putting the free audiobook with this as your bonus, because you need to understand the stories of the 4 supporters in my life that changed and made all the difference, made it possible for us to leave. These 4 supporters, their stories are in depth in this. And I know your lives are busy. That's why I wanted to attach the audiobook with this, so that you could be listening as you're driving, as you're working, as you're maybe even working out or doing dishes or whatever. Maybe you're pulling the weeds, gardening. I know Nicole and Christy, you guys love to get out there and get your hands in it. Super important. Thank you, Melissa. She's put the link up there, the supportertoolkit.com. Please go ahead and get to that. This bonus comes with, but again, it's for the next 2 days. If you know of someone and you want to share this information to them, please. I mean, we have had fantastic response here. You guys have just been so supportive here tonight, and I'm so grateful. So we want you to be able to act now. Again, this is 2 days. For 2 days, you get that $40 off. And what an amazing opportunity for less than $50 to learn, to understand, and then to really know what the boundary and how to do the empathy. Again, this training comes from professionals. These are over 30 years worth of research. I'm not just, I don't know, maybe try that. Oh, try this. No, this is research-based, sound proven, because we can't mess around here. People's lives are so important. Katrina, thank you so much for joining us. We're kind of towards the end here. We're going to do a replay soon. But here tonight, the big announcement is that we have the Supporters Toolkit here ready for you. Friends, family, coworkers, anyone who knows someone that's in an abusive situation, which the numbers tell us, if it's 1 in 4, you know someone. An aunt, a niece, maybe a nephew. The abuse happens across families. Why? Because Satan is at war with the families, period. I was asked 3 weeks ago by Audrey May Prosper, what is the #1 thing that's happening in domestic violence? What is, if I had one thing that I could fix, what would it be, and what would stop domestic violence? I'm like, easy, without skipping the beat. The family. The family has to be reinstated again. The war on family, the war on the men, the war on the boys. How, who's causing a lot of this abuse? There are incredible men out there who look at these other, cowards. What are you doing? You don't do that. You don't hurt children. You don't hurt women. You don't hurt other men. It's a coward because of your own fear. You want control, and so you go out for the manipulation for someone else. No, that is just what Satan did. He tried to manipulate his way into doing whatever for the family of Heavenly Father, and he's out. Finished. Let's stomp on this and bring the families back together. We as the supporters can do this. I had a second opportunity with a family. Married again to an amazing man, Scott. His name sign is Scott. The support and him taking all of us in, my first 5, and now we were blessed with 4 more, so we have 9. Rebuilding the family. Is it perfect? No. Do we have our challenges? Yes. We're together. Why? Because we have the same goal, the same team. The family is so important. All right, so let's get back to this. The toolkit, it's here. Again, we've cut it down by $40 for the next 2 days. Think about it. talk to your husband. Whatever you need to do, have your husband talk with you. Discuss this because you know someone. And these skills are life-saving skills. Again, to have it cut down to $47, less than $50 for you to help and support someone and possibly save lives is power. Again, you get a bonus. You're going to get the book, an audio book for free, so that in your busy lifestyles, I understand that you will be able to listen to, you can jump even to the chapters that talk all about supporters. You can go through the whole thing, whatever you want. Because it's audio, you can just listen to it however you want. Please, it is connected to it. I want you to be able to build. I want you to be able to understand those 2 top skills and to become someone's Gloria. Thank you. Yes, Nicole, it is. Family is the foundation. It is fundamental. Candace, thank you so much for joining. It teaches you how to recognize someone. Yes, Nicole asks a great question. Let's get to the Q&A over here. This is exactly what I wanted to do in this Q&A. The Supporters Toolkit, super, super important. Sweating it up here. So forgive me. It does. It teaches you how to recognize someone that is in abuse. You will see the signs. This, there's a power wheel that also shows what controlling is happening. Maybe if they're constantly lying, if they, look a little off, maybe they're always protective of their abuser. There's so many things, again, that goes in deep so that you can understand it. And really, if you start asking around and looking around, you might just be like Gloria was for me. She was a stranger. She was a stranger to me. I didn't know her. We showed up at a hotel late at night, ill-clothed, bare feet, at the end of November, and it's snowing. She saw the signs. She understood something. And again, she asked me only one question, which I put in the toolkit. And from there, Nicole, you just might become someone's Gloria. Some of you are your Glorias because you already know them right now, and now you're going to be getting skills that's going to go even deeper. Again, Nicole, I can't even, thank you so much for doing that. Tanya, thank you. You said supporters. Joanna, supporters. Thomas, Mark Thompson, thank you so much. Supporter. Candace, supporter. So many opportunities here. The Supporters Toolkit, it's more than just, oh, that's just a program. No, this is to help save lives. And I'm so happy to bring it to you today. Anyone else have any other questions? Please put them in there. We have about 4 minutes left before we finish this Facebook Live. So if you have any other questions, please list it there. And I would love to be able to help with whatever it is that you need, whichever thing that you might need or can think of. These skills go across the board for children, for adults, for anything, because abuse happens in many situations. But the family is definitely being under attack. We've got to stop this. We've got to rebuild these families. Okay, no one else has any more questions? Okay, you can totally text me, email me, whatever. I will be so happy. And I just want to say thank you for all of those who supported and joined tonight. The link up there, Melissa, she put it up there. And it's here, right here, thesupportertoolkit.com. Again, www.thesupportertoolkit.com. That will lead you through everything that you need to know. And please take this opportunity because these are life-saving opportunities. Think about it. That's why we gave you 2 days so that you had some time. Because who knows, maybe tomorrow you might run into somebody, right? It just happens. Thank you guys so much for this huge, big announcement. This can impact over 120 million people. This is massive. So thank you. We're going to sign off and hit that replay. For those of you that weren't able to join live, you'll be able to join again. Thank you guys. Yes, Tanya, you are welcome. You are welcome. All right. We'll see you guys later.